Welcome back, everybody. This is Help We're Trying Here podcast. We are from Rema Synergy, and today we have the OG. Yes, we have Coach Johan, we have Adelina, and myself. We were in the first episode, the first one ever, and we are back again, the three of us. Exactly, full circle. And this would be our 11th episode. And the topic for this 11th episode is Mind Matters Navigating Mental Wellness. Now, before we go any further, if you haven't followed us yet, please do so. You can find us on Spotify, you can follow us there. We are also on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, comment whatever it is that you are thinking, what you feel during the session when you're listening to us, looking at us, watching us, right? So just comment there, and if you have any questions whatsoever, we will get back to you as soon as we can. So for this session today, I won't be the one facilitating it. It will be facilitated by our performance and well-being coach, Coach Johan. Over to you, Coach.
Thank you very much, Sylma. Yes, it's wow. Has it been 11 episodes? Or this is the
Yes.
11 episodes.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so that we started what in January?
December.
December.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good to see the original gang back together again. And yes, so now it's October, and us the theme is very apt theme because October is also the World Mental Health Month, where we appreciate mental health and also do activities that promote and build awareness of mental health. And at Rema Synergy, this is what we want to do as well, because mental health, mental well-being is very important, especially for one of the things that I work on, which is performance. How do we perform in our lives and also professionally? So I'd like to ask the
Oh.
two ladies here.
Immediately
okay.
ask.
So
Right into it.
Yes, let's just get into it, right?
Right,
okay.
right.
I mean, 11 episodes already. You should have all this experience. So when we talk about mental well-being, what comes to mind? Maybe start with Adelina. What comes to mind when I ask, how's your mental well-being, or what do you think about mental well-being?
I think for me, mental well-being translate into my mental state, whether I'm stressed or whether I'm feeling overwhelmed, and also whether I'm having brain fog or not. So the physiology part, and also um, the one most commonly associated with mental health lah. So that is mental health for me. Whether I'm feeling good mentally, I can process things or not, or
So-
everything is just like "Wah!"
Yeah.
So like you're functioning at your
Yeah.
optimum level, or
Correct.
where what you want to do and what you want to achieve is be happening.
Yes.
Okay. Sylma?
So we just recently attended a Befrienders training, right? So we attended simply because we wanted to know what is going on, things like that, to learn more about mental well-being.
We go to
I-
the ground.
Exactly. I remembered DAS,
Ah.
DAS. So it's depression, anxiety, and sadness. I think that was
Stress.
Stress. Okay.
You're remembering sadness because the
SAD.
is SAD.
Yeah, correct,
So that's also
correct.
how we remember.
I never
it.
noticed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how we remembered
Okay,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
very good, very good.
So yes, depression, anxiety, and stress. So I think that is mental well-being. Are you depressed? Are you experiencing anxiety, or are you stressed?
Okay. I believe in the training for befrienders because I conducted that training. There was also, we talked about the difference between mental health and mental well-being. So for me, just to share, for me, mental well-being would encompass, like what you said, Adelina, just now, combining your physiology, your emotions as well. So imagine a situation where you're not healthy, but your brain is like, you're hopeful, you're optimistic. So generally you have good well-being, although physically not. Or it could be where you're physically able. You may have your six-pack. You could run a marathon, but going back to your SAD, but you're internally depressed, anxious, feeling down generally. So then this would come under, for what I would say, your well-being is still not that great, and you
Right.
could work on it. So it's a very interesting thing we talk. It's coming up, and it's very important topic because we talk about health, mental health. Are you depressed? Are you suffering from anxiety, stress? What can you do about it? but we also sometimes forget the connection between physical, how are we feeling about a certain thing, how do we generally physiologically feel, and can we then do something about it, because that affects our performance as well. Yeah. So okay, talking about that, let's say you talk about sadness, depression, anxiety, stress. What do you do? I'm sure there's like, our emotions are like waves. There are days that we are really high, we're really enjoying life, and there are some days when we're a bit down. Is there anything special that you do to try to bring up your emotions and happiness?
Yeah, we talked about this also.
Yeah, we did.
So BTS,
Okay.
not behind the scene, but it's Bangtan Soyandan, guys.
Every time
Okay.
she says BTS, in my brain it's still behind the scenes.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay.
know.
You can see the technical aspect, the
Yes,
technical
yes,
part.
yes, yes. And also K dramas. And some people shared, what did they share? Going out in nature, just to see nature, be in nature, having walks, exercise also. It doesn't have to be like a strenuous exercise, just something that can make your heart go dun, 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 dun. You're okay for the day. And eat delicious food. So that's me.
Oh,
What about you?
okay.
Yes, delicious food is very good. Yes,
Mhm.
that is a stress relief. A small story about delicious food is usually when I'm under high stress, and then I get a little bit jumpy and a little bit snappy. So
Mhm.
my youngest brother, will usually notice this, and he'll go like, "Okay, do you want to eat?"
Are you sure not hungry?
Exactly. And then we deal with the other stuff. Just make sure you're fed first.
Deal with the tummy first, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, because it affects your
Oh,
mood
yes,
and your emotion
definitely.
when you're hungry, right?
Yeah.
So I think for me, what do I do? Besides also watching shows, not necessarily K drama. Mine would be whatever I was in the mood in at the time. Like recently, I was watching all the docu series as well as the series on OxyContin. So that was really intriguing, stimulating,
Painkiller.
exciting. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
Painkiller, and I watched The Pharmacist.
Mm.
So that I thought was like whoa, and at the same time it's like it takes me away from whatever it is that I'm thinking about, or whatever it is that is stressing me, because obviously um, that particular problem is not prevalent in my life,
Mm.
so it's something that
Okay.
is outside, so I'm just taking myself outside of my life.
Yep.
Okay.
In a way, it's just thinking, and at the same time I like that it's something new for me, or something
Okay.
intriguing and interesting. And then what was the other one? I remembered something just now. Dang nabbit.
It will come. It will come.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. For Sylma,
Mhm.
it's like external stimulation.
Yeah.
BTS, their music, their videos, or the K drama. So you get a pick me up because you're seeing something trying to pick you up, something joyful, happy, that you get
Yeah.
excited. So it's like sort of like getting the energy from there.
Yeah.
In your case, quite interesting because Painkiller
Yeah.
and this pharmacy,
The
this kind of
pharmacist,
documentary,
yeah.
don't sound like they give you a positive energy, but what you get from it is that you look at it and you go like, thank God that's not me. And you feel better.
No, but it's also for me, it's like,
Information.
whoa, yeah, it's information, it's knowledge, and also you look at it like, whoa, how did Purdue Pharma manage to get away with what they were doing, and how they did their marketing
We are not
strategy?
sponsored, by the way.
We are not sponsored by anybody. And how they get away with things. How can this be a marketing case study? How can this be a PR case study? So those are the things that I see, and then it's also like, what are the kind of things like that people think of, and how do you, I guess, understand your audience, things like that.
Mhm.
I see.
Are the things that I see. So not necessarily like, oh my goodness, what is the world coming to?
Okay. So it sounds like you're very curious when you get new knowledge, new information that excites you and that opens many doors, and that helps you with your mental well-being as well.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, simple. I'm more like Sylma. Something external. So it's like if I feel a bit down, maybe reruns of Mr. Bean. Friends. I know Friends is getting a bit of a bad rap now. Looking at it from a different, the woke filter, but it's familiar, and
Story
you
for
know
another
when
day.
the jokes are gonna come. So it's just a pick me up. So mostly external stimuli that helps me get through the day as
Yeah.
well
Because
without feeling down.
at the end of the day, what the point of that is to shift you from one bad or negative
state,
feeling
yeah.
to another,
Correct.
right? So if it helps to shift you, it's
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sylma, I'm quite curious as well.
Mm.
You are a confidence coach,
Mhm.
okay? How would you consider the importance of mental well-being in confidence?
Definitely important simply because if you are not okay here,
Mm,
it cannot be shown outside, right? The confidence will not be able to connect.
mm,
So, what I normally will tell my clients would be think about your past achievements,
mm,
right? Write it down. Put it somewhere where you can see it, whether be it on your phone screen or your desktop, your laptop, anywhere that is visible that you can see every day. It definitely helps because it reminds you of what you have done before. It reminds you of how remarkable you are actually.
mm.
So yeah, when you are not okay here, it definitely affects your confidence.
So I put this question to you.
Mm.
Some people say for your confidence, you should do fake it till you make it.
Ah,
So if you're faking it, you don't have anything to write down, right?
correct.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I am not a fan of fake it till you make it, simply because if something happens along the way while you are faking it, it will shatter your foundation, your self esteem, and it will not help you in any way to build your self confidence. So it's not so much about faking it, but it is more about understanding that you can. And when you are coming from that side, you will be more confident instead of I just fake it until I can do this. No, that for me. But some coaches they do go with that line, that stream of faking it till you make it. But for me and my clients, normally I don't recommend that because what if something small thing happen along the way? It will shatter everything, and you will go back to square one. Yeah.
So it should be something solid that you could fall back on,
Mm.
and you don't subscribe to the fake it till you make it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it is more about understanding who you are and work from there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's about substance as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be confident, build up your confidence. It's also real stories.
Yeah.
Really doing something that you actually achieve and
It's
just bring back.
easier also for the memory to
Yeah.
remember, right?
Yeah.
Because your muscle memory, and every time you feel like, oh, I cannot, then you remember, oh yeah, I can, I did it before.
You know, I totally agree, and you know, one of the things I realize as well is that a lot of us downplay our achievements,
Correct.
Yeah.
and then when you ask them to list them down in training or
Yeah.
in coaching,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, why didn't you mention this earlier?
Yeah,
But you know, this was like 10 years ago,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
it's an achievement.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
and
It's you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and that made you who you are today,
Correct.
probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I want to add on to that as well, in the sense that when you're faking it till you make it, there's no tangible thing also to fall back on whenever you're feeling down. There's no like reference point. Whereas when you actually did, like when you list down your accomplishments, it's like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. But also, another point of view for that is when you're faking it till you make it. Even when you achieve, you're like, yeah, but I was faking it.
Yeah.
So then it falls back to, did you tackle that core issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
goes back to imposter syndrome as well,
Yeah.
because you were like, I was being someone
Yeah.
rather than myself.
Correct.
So
Correct. So
no foundation to it.
So great. I mean, what I'm getting from this is as well, because well-being is really, really important for performance. And what we're getting here is that it should. We all have achievements.
Correct.
If we've been doing things, we've been participating, active. It should be looking back at those achievements. It doesn't mean that you have to be number one.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes it's like, did you participate or not?
Yeah.
And that's good enough, you know.
Yeah, true.
And did you learn something from it? And it's these small things, how we feel, what we eat, whether we have our system to help us get through certain foods. That helps us get through a day and also builds up to our well-being. Because, for example, if you are not aware of what helps you change your mood, you might take a much longer time finding the right song or
Correct.
right show
Correct.
for you to choose from. For me, I said Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Friends, you said BTS.
Yeah.
Your brother's go-to is, are you hungry? Shall we eat? So
Yeah.
these are quick ones where get that covered first.
Yeah.
And then if it's still you feeling a bit not your usual self, or could it be something else? But get
Yes.
that done with, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think
Because
one of the
you don't want to be in that state too long.
yes.
If
yes.
you in that state too long, that's where problem really happens.
Exactly, but also you want to give enough time for yourself to be in that state as well.
Mm-hmm.
That you know you handle it, you go through it, and you
Yes.
feel it. Because sometimes when it's like, oh, okay, I don't want to dwell, and then like you move on, but
Yeah.
you didn't actually resolve your feelings
Correct.
and address it at
There's
that
still
time.
something lingering and
Correct.
all
But
that. Yeah.
once you stay in that state, enough time, okay, I'm done.
Mm.
Then you move on,
Mm.
or at least you give your time a little bit of time. Otherwise, I'm not done 30 days later.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
Yeah.
So I think what I would say at this midpoint would be find something you probably already know and you probably do it naturally.
True.
Find something that picks you up fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're feeling that your well-being is a bit off, mental health also you're feeling down or like what Sylma said SAD or what we call depressed, anxious or stressed.
Mm.
Just look at what can be a quick pick-me-up first. And if that helps you get over that mood, great. Then
Correct.
just go on and then go and do more and build up more, become more confident in your life, right?
But Coach Johan, I
Mm.
have this question also that was posed to me by a client.
Mm.
They ask, must we be positive all the time? Right? Must we? Is that what is your answer to that?
Is it the toxic positivity as well?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. This is a very interesting question and I get asked this a lot.
Mm.
Actually, if you look at the definition of well-being, well-being means that you also accept that life has its ups and downs,
Mm.
and then that the downs also help us realize how valuable being in when we are in the up, when we're in the up energy. So people with good well-being or what we target for, which is helping you build up your well-being, is that people that accept that there are days that you will feel down.
Right.
There are days that you will feel sad. And then the other issue is that, is it okay? Of course it's okay. How can you be happy all the day when, let's say, you went to a restaurant expecting to have the most delicious burger, but somehow, you know what we say in here, in Malaysia, like, today too much salt, the chef maybe got scolded by the wife or the and you're having a bad day, so the food is just a bit off, and then it might trigger. Or you have a bad hair day, and that might trigger certain things. I've been in days, just to share with you, I've been in days where you wake up, I wake up and I'm looking forward to the days, okay, these are the things I need to do. And suddenly calls come in and then I can't get to my appointment at a certain time.
Right.
And then that has this cascading effect, and then everything gets delayed. And then it goes like, by noon or 1 o'clock normally I look back at the day and says, okay, this is not going to be a good day. So accept it and take a deep breath, and then I look at my schedule again and go like, okay, what can I take off today? What can I push for tomorrow?
Right.
Because sometimes you might not be in the mood to do it because you've been affected by the morning. So there are bad days. So to answer that positive all the time, no, that's not right.
Right.
How can be okay, the people that you find that are happy 24/7 and 365 for the whole year, you know where you can find them, yeah? They might be surrounded with people with stethoscopes and blue, white coats going around, are you okay? Right, so those people are not in reality. That's what I would say to those people.
Agree.
But you're right, it is a big thing especially in the positive psychology or the mental well-being arena. One of the biggest arguments now is happiness the goal in life? Right? Should you be happy? And one of the conversations that we are having in that group is that no, well-being is more important. Well-being is the feeling that there will be bad days, there will be good days, but are you thriving? Are you building up your life? Are you learning new things? Are you sitting in front and go, painkillers? Wow, okay. Those people, really pity them, but I thank God I'm not in that. So I feel grateful for my life now. But I also thank the producers or directors on the show to show me what is out there. So I am aware that this is happening. So if I see somebody else and I maybe need to put myself in their shoes and say, okay, they may be addicted to something, they may be going through something. So this helps me in my well-being. I understand better people more, and I navigate my life better.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, that's how I would read that question. Yeah, but it's quite an interesting question that you posted up. Yeah, you brought up.
But it's also interesting that you mentioned, is our goal in life to be happy. I recently wrote a post on my LinkedIn talking about that. So I think I quoted Audrey Hepburn on, the goal in life is to be happy. So I acknowledge that yes, there are ups and downs, obviously, but in order for you to feel happy, you need to acknowledge the ups and downs also. So that it basically comes hand in hand, because you cannot identify happy without understanding sadness. Because there has
There's
to
no
be
comparison.
if you're just happy all the time, like, well, we have people who live in that world.
Yeah.
But
you should be happy. You must be happy. I gave you this, so you must be happy.
Yeah. So it's just identifying what is it that brings you joy, what is it that makes you happy, and understanding that sometimes you don't have it, or sometimes the ups and downs. That is the essence of the goal of being happy for me.
Yeah. So this is going back to the Eastern philosophies, the yin and yang. Without without darkness, how do you know it's light?
Yeah.
Things like that. So this is well-being. But anyway, we're this month is the mental health month. I'm sure there's some activities happening around us. Do participate. Do build up your awareness. One of the mental health month does bring into focus more about the issues that we face. But I think here at Rema Synergy, all the coaches and trainers here, what we are also focusing on is performance as well, right? Because our well-being, mental health really affects how we perform, and perform is at work, professionally, and also in life. Sometimes when we use the word performance, people say, oh, okay, you talk about KPI, you're talking about feedback, 360 feedback, etc. But performance can also be used in life. Are you having the best relationships? Are you investing in your relationship with people? Are you investing in yourself? Are you having fun in your life, or are you like just grinding, right? And you could say, yes, but Adelina and Johan just say, without grinding, if I don't grind, in 10 years, I won't be able to enjoy my millionaire life, No, we don't mean that, There's balance, right? So maybe just to close off or end this session, because I think we like to keep it to a certain time. What are you doing in your life to build towards that flourishing and thriving life? Maybe start with Sylma.
Yes. So I have been listening to a lot of podcasts also lately, and also because shared by Adelina, and also a lot of YouTubes, right, about this topic.
Okay.
One thing I realized in my life is goals. I don't set goals, and I realized setting goals is a way to measure your performance. And once you're able to measure your performance, when you have the goal, it definitely helps to shift you from one feeling to another, and that is where you'll be able to see whether you're happy or not. So setting goals, that is something I'm working on. I'm not so sure why it is not as easy as some people for me, for the goals, I mean, to set up the goals. And that is something I'm working on at the moment, to set goals so that I can measure my performance. And once I'm able to measure my performance, I'm able to tell myself whether I'm happy or not. Yeah.
We did have a goal setting session, didn't we?
We you'd have a goal
So
setting
please
session.
review our episodes on the goal setting.
I need to review it as well.
I can't remember which one exactly. I think it was the second or third one. Yeah, but thank you very much. Yeah, goal setting definitely. And yeah, surprisingly, some people do find challenges in setting goals.
Yeah.
Or some people don't want to set goals because they
Correct.
say it's like,
They're scared.
okay, yeah, okay. All right, you might want to add on that, but also.
Is that why we're friends?
But please also share what are you doing to improve your well-being, what thriving life and all that. Yeah.
I think that was the first episode actually. I remember us on the couch, we were talking about goal setting, and then I did say something like I'm more of a go with the flow kind of thing. So I have a general goal of like what kind of life I want to live, what kind of well-being state I want to be in. So for me, it's more of that. So even if it comes to work, if I'm not, this one also I shared in my LinkedIn post, guys.
Read that, please read.
It's like whenever I'm, for me, it is an emotional based, I guess, discussion with myself.
Okay.
Me and Sylma, we like to say, oh yes, you go and have a meeting with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
on different things. So basically, I'll ask myself questions like, why am I? If it's for work, why am I not happy, or why am I not feeling the enjoyment in doing the work that I'm doing, and is that a me problem? Is that the work problem? What is it? So just getting to the bottom of things, and for me, understanding what's happening helps with my mental well-being, my mental wellness. So then I can process it better and identify, okay, is it something I need to improve on, or what are the other steps, what next course of action can be taken to go back to that state of happiness or enjoyment or fun. And when there is no way out, whether to take myself out of the situation is also something that I take into consideration. So that helps with me not feeling overwhelmed. Besides, like really looking into, is the task too big for me? Am I am I taking too much on?
Yeah.
And do I need to eliminate certain tasks, or do I need to delegate certain tasks and things like that? So they are like complex.
So you have many questions about you. I mean, it sounds like you have a philosophical view of things that you do. But perhaps could you share also that how do you function and how do you go on, because that would help. That would help the viewers here as well, right? Some of them may be feeling the same way you are, and be wondering why can't I set goals? People around me are setting goals. Is this right for me and all that? But what gets you through it?
So for me, I feel like yes, we have things, different goal models, right? Goal setting models, SMART models, smarter models, or modified SMART goals, and things like that. For me, is do something that is achievable. I mean, even in SMART it says achievable, but we always try to when we see achievable, we try to compare with other people, or that I need to achieve that of other people
by this age or whatever.
Yeah,
should
correct.
be. Okay.
So this is all
So tiring.
So you are putting
Pressure on yourself.
Yeah, you're putting pressure on yourself. You're putting that extra expectation that doesn't need to be there. So that is my understanding of it, and it's always like, it's not to say do not aim high. They always say, aim for the moon. Even if you fail, you will be
End
among
up in
the
the
stars.
sky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're still high up lah. Although technically that's not correct lah, because the moon, the stars are further.
It's okay. Cannot be technical.
There's just to share. I know you don't finish yet, but I need to get this in. There's a Simpson quote that I always remember. That she's telling the mother's telling the daughter, aim so low that if you fail, nobody notices.
See, that's another perspective.
Oh my goodness.
But getting back into the whole goal setting, for me, it is more detrimental to me to set goals that are too specific.
Okay.
So it then I get overwhelmed.
Okay.
Then I get anxious. That's when all of that start creeping in.
Okay.
So to counter that, to manage that, and still be on the path of reaching a goal, it is more of me having that overarching goal, instead of very like, oh, buy this one, this one, this one, this one,
Okay.
and being so nitty gritty on the details of the goal.
Mm.
For some people that works because there are people that I've met who need that kind of direction. Okay, this is the goal, and these are the steps to get there, and I will check it off my list one by one. Then I know that I'm going towards my goal. So it works for some people,
Okay.
and I understand that. For me, then I get stressed out. Then I don't do it. So it's very counterintuitive.
Okay.
So in that sense, from what I can say is do what works for you, because at the end of the day, you want to achieve that goal. So if it's if it doesn't help you, it doesn't make you more productive, or it doesn't motivate you even to follow these super detailed. Well,
Okay.
this is my 5-year plan. Then you get the binder that goes like this one.
All right.
Then yeah, but if it works for you, by all means, go with what works for you. Some people need that structure, like the step by step.
Okay, what I'm getting from this is just simplifying it.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, there's
Please do.
so much more going on there. What I'm getting from this is there are two types of people that I know of. Okay, one is those that are going for the destination, and those that also just enjoy the journey. Okay, so I'm sort of both. If you were to ask me what am I doing for my well-being, I like to set goals similar to Sylma. But at the same time, I also like to enjoy the process and what it is. So similar to you, I don't really want to use SMART goals, what's measurable, attainable, is it realistic and all that. It doesn't fit into a box.
Correct.
But I need to have a direction. I need to
Yes.
have something.
Yeah.
I need to know that I'm progressing as well. But even if I'm not progressing at the, let's say in the SMART goal, the timeliness, right? But I ask myself, am I enjoying this? Is this giving my life purpose?
Yeah.
So in a way, I would say that from what I've been hearing, Sylma, you are a destination person. Get me to the destination as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you of course spent some time thinking about, is this destination important to me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once you said it, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
What do I need to do there? Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Yeah.
You also have a goal, destination, but you also want to savor the journey.
Yeah.
Am I progressing? Is this helping me grow as an individual? And if it's not, then suddenly, okay, don't bother with this destination. I'll go to some other destination.
Yeah.
So you are trying to get something else from that. But you see, without that destination, nothing moves.
Correct.
We don't know where to go. We don't know where to put
Yeah.
our energy and resources, and we don't know what we're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I would be both of you as well. I set goals. I love doing lists.
Oh, yes, I
Even
love
in my even my Google Calendar, I got a section which is tasks. Today's task. Oh, tick 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 tick. Done. Oh, I enjoy doing that. But at the same time, I also like to enjoy.
Yeah.
What am I getting out of this? What relationships am I building?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Few ways. Are you a destination person, or are you a journey person, or
Yeah.
are you both? Whatever happens is most importantly, I think, is progress.
Yep.
I think one of the quotes is, be better than who you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
and then life will be much better for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
right. So I think we're up. Time's up.
Yeah.
Maybe I head back to Sylma to just close her off. Right?
Yeah.
Over to you, Sylma.
Oh.
Right,
before
yes.
we close off, I remembered what I wanted to say.
All
Okay,
right.
what's
Okay.
Yeah. So the other way on how to manage that I wanted to point out was to do something that doesn't require too much thinking. So
Yeah.
for me, that would be like organizing or cleaning things.
Okay.
So that takes away, you don't need to think. You just need to know, okay, this one needs to be clean. You wipe it, you sweep it, you mop it, you reorganize.
But when you're
things.
doing that, you're thinking of other things, right? You're not thinking of the task, but you're
No,
thinking of other
it,
things.
it doesn't. Your focus is shifted to the
Okay.
task where you're like, okay, the only thing you're thinking is like, where do I put this, or what am I going
Because
to?
the science behind that is you are moving. You are
Yeah.
literally moving your body, yourself away from the situation.
Yeah.
So internally, that is what's happening as well. You are moving, shifting your emotion from that to the other. So yeah,
Yeah.
cleaning definitely helps.
And on top of that is there's also I guess is it a theory or a perspective where your surrounding is a manifestation or
Yes.
reflection of how your mind is.
Do not look around.
The state of your mind. So the action of actually organizing things also indirectly helps your brain process. Okay, I am also organizing my thoughts. I am organizing the things in my head.
Yes.
So I think that's why it helps also.
Just to share on that one, right?
Right.
Just for our viewers' knowledge, this is all green screen. We chose this setup, yeah. Okay, it's not like this. Once we leave the green
Believe
screen,
what
it's
you
very organized. But one thing I'm doing, as you know, is reducing the colors of my t-shirts.
Reducing.
Yeah, so just having a few colors, same mate. So when you wake up in the morning,
It's good for your brain, huh?
you don't have to think too
I
much
know.
about what
I
to
agree
wear.
with this.
Yeah.
Same lah, you too.
Yeah,
I agree.
So yes, so
I enjoy the variety.
so do look up 1010 or 1111. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the 11th episode of Help We're Trying Here podcast, and our theme, our title for today is Mind Matters Navigating Mental Wellness. Why? Because October it is Mental Wellness Month,
mental
right?
health.
Mental health.
Not healthness. Mental health month. Okay. Yes.
This, okay, you get what I'm saying, right? Mental Health Month. I wanted to say healthness, but there's no such word.
No.
Health. And
Mental health and wellness.
my English is not Englishing, guys.
Mental healthness.
Okay, we're
Mental
trying.
health. Yeah, we're trying. So Mental Health Month. So we have discussed about how do you shift? You know, your when you're sad. Sad doesn't mean sad. It means stress, anxiety, and depressed. And then also why, right? And
How it
also
helps you with performance.
exactly how it helps you with performance, and we have shared our tips as well.
Yeah.
So if you have your own tips to share, please do write them down,
Yeah.
put them in the comment section. We do want to learn from you as well. Yeah,
Tag us.
exactly. So once again, you can find us on Spotify, follow us there, and also on YouTube, and social media wise, we are everywhere. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as Instagram. And if you want to visit our website, it's remasynergy.com.
We're also on TikTok.
I
Yeah,
think
we are also on
also,
TikTok.
you know, if you have the topics that you'd like us to touch on,
Oh, yes.
and which coach you'd like to hear from, we'd love
Exactly.
to know what you are thinking and what you would like to hear from us as well.
Yes, please let us know, because we do want to hear from you as
Yes.
well.
DM us on Instagram. Let us
Yes,
know.
exactly. So that is it, guys. Our 11th episode from Help We're Trying Here. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.